And welcome back to the NFL Today and the CBSSports.com Monday night preview as we break down the Texans and the Jets.
Well, guys, you look at the Houston Texans, and they may have the most complete football team in the league right now with the way they're playing defense, the way they get after the quarterback, and also offensively, they're running the football, match-up, play action. They move him around. The only concern I have is maybe on down the line. I don't think it's going to be concerned against the Jets this week, but they haven't really had to finish games at the end where they've been in trouble, where they had to come from behind or anything. So that might be an issue with them later on. But you look at the Jets, and they've really struggled offensively. They don't have no really identity offensively in what they're doing. And their defense, the matchup, Houston's defense against the Jets offensively, the Jets are in trouble. They just don't have anybody that can make any plays for them right now.
And the only thing that's scary to me is, in the National Football League, when you challenge someone's manhood, and I think that they've been challenged and they were embarrassed last week, you kind of come out fighting because you kind of backed into a corner. And I think the Jets will definitely come out fighting. Now, the question you have is, do they have the weapons? If I was right now, Rex Ryan, I would come out with Mark Sanchez, and I would start throwing. I think the only chance they have is if they can throw early in this game when Houston at least have to defend the run and the pass. Because if they get in a situation where they have to unwind and they can tee off, J.J. Watt will eat them up. Because the matchup, there's nothing good that goes for the Jets. So I think the chance you have here is take chances. Get an extra possession, whether it's a fake on a field goal, an onside kick to start the game. Send a message, you know what, that, no holds bar. We got nothing to lose, because that's the only way they have a chance to win in this football game.
Coach, I don't care how mad you make a Chihuahua, he's not beating the pit bull. and that's what this matchup is. And when you look at the New York
Chihuahua,
when you look at the Jets, Coach, they just don't have the skill set from the wide receiver position, the tight end, to challenge, to put fear into the Texans. So now they know you're going to be one dimension. I understand that they're going to probably do some razzle-dazzle stuff with Tim Tebow. He's going to get an opportunity. He's going to get the 20 plays that he was promised coming to the New York Jets in the offseason. But I just don't see, with that offense, with Mark Sanchez, with really Santonio Holmes down, he was their best playmaker. I just don't see how they muster up.
Defense, they don't have Revis.
How do they get to 20? Coach, how do they get to 24 points to beat the Houston Texans?
They got to be creative, and I think Curley, they got to get something on the special teams right now. And again, the offensive line against the Houston, on both lines, is a mismatch right now. So they got to get creative, and I think they got to get creative early and get the fans into this game.
You guys have talked about this a fair amount as well, too, but are you surprised at all that minus Mario Williams that the Houston defense is this strong?
No, because remember now, he missed the last 11 games, and they had one of the top 5 defenses in all of football. JB, look at what they got with J.J. Watt, with Connor Barwin, with Brian Cushion, Reed. They can just flat out get the quarterback. And so now they invested the money they would have spent on Mario Williams. They tied the quarterback up long term. They tied the running back up long term. So they had money to play with to make a complete team instead of investing all that money on Mario Williams.
You got a solid secondary.
Jonathan Joseph.
Yep.
Woo.
All right, folks, there you have it. Be sure to catch us at noon Eastern every Sunday right here on the NFL Today.